President is choosing sanctions and cyber tactics over military force.
We're putting additional sanctions on. They're going on slowly and in some cases actually pretty rapidly. But additional sanctions are being put on Iran.
But sanctions aren't the only weapon being deployed. Shortly after he stepped back from bombing Iran on Friday, Donald Trump reportedly authorised a cyber attack instead. The hack is believed to have disabled the Iranian computer systems that control its rocket and missile launches. The shift to cyber attacks has increased in recent weeks. Hackers working for Iran have been targeting US government agencies, as well as finance and oil and gas interests in the United States. The Department of Homeland Security warned, in these times of heightened tensions, it's appropriate for everyone to be alert to signs of Iranian aggression in cyberspace and ensure appropriate defences are in place. For his part, the President has left the door open for negotiation.
If Iran wants to become a wealthy nation again, become a prosperous nation, we'll call it, let's make Iran great again.
The more traditional sanctions now being imposed are designed to choke Iran's oil exports, the country's main source of revenue.
The economic situation is changing every day. Sanctions and welfare are getting worse. This is because the two governments, Iran and US, are escalating tensions.
There's no sign of either side backing down yet. The new sanctions will be imposed from Monday. Philip Williams, ABC News.
Climate change protesters have stormed Germany's biggest coal mine. One group broke through police lines, sliding down into the pit and stopping mining operations. The demonstrators are angry European Union leaders wouldn't commit to a carbon-neutral target by 2050. There are a number of injuries as police cleared them from the site. The driver of a luxury sports car has been charged over the death of a 15-year-old girl in Adelaide southwest in a crash that left another teenager with very serious injuries. Now, the pair were both struck by the car when the driver allegedly lost control. Last night's tragedy was one of 3 fatal crashes on the state's roads in just a matter of hours.
Just hours after posting this photo to social media, 15-year-old Sophia Naismith had died. The state volleyball player and her best friend were hit by a luxury sports car while walking on the footpath on Morford Road at Glengowrie at about 10 o'clock last night. The crumpled vehicle only came to a stop when it slammed into the front of a Chinese restaurant. Its owner rushed to the girl's aid.
A big bang. And I come out and check it out, and I can see, the first thing I see is the body light up here.
Kiet Tran did all he could, calling 000 and trying to keep the victims warm, but there was nothing that could be done to save Sophia.
Can't imagine the family, what they feel on the insurance. Yeah, they must be feeling, I don't want to talk about this. It's getting, my heart started bleeding.
The 37-year-old driver of the Lamborghini is a car enthusiast. He's seen in this video picking up the $320,000 vehicle. A passenger takes over the filming when he gets behind the wheel. Witnesses have told ABC News the driver had been showing the vehicle at a nearby car show an hour before the crash. The Elizabeth North man was arrested at the scene and charged with causing death and serious injury by dangerous driving. Today, flowers were left outside the restaurant. The young athlete was the 3rd person to be killed on the state's roads in the space of 4 hours. A Dublin man in his 70s died when his car crossed onto the wrong side of the road and hit another vehicle on Port Wakefield Road, while a 22-year-old motorcyclist was killed at Rocky Camp near Millicent in the state's southeast. Police have charged a 25-year-old driver of a ute. This latest spate of fatalities on the state's roads has prompted police to again issue another plea to drivers to take it easy when they're behind the wheel.
It's got to stop. We've got to make sure that people are doing the right things on the road. We've just got to stop.
Carnage that's already claimed 56 lives on South Australian roads this year. Rhett Burney, ABC News, Adelaide.
A man will face court tomorrow after